We'll splice it up.
All right.
Lighting is probably better like this, huh?
Yeah, mine's okay, right?
Perfect. You're
All right, good.
glowing. You kidding? You're
Yeah.
freaking glowing.
Thank you. Can you send me the video too, the recording, the recording?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely, for
I'll
sure.
chop it up too. We'll see if they get chopped up the same or different.
Depends, I guess, on what software we're using, right?
Yep.
Okay. What do you call yourself?
Dara Lee,
What's your like
I'm a
health
wellness
code?
advocate.
Wellness advocate. Okay, beautiful. Wellness advocate. Okay, cool. Anything you want me to touch on specifically? I mean, all the other obviously than the master class.
The master class. Right, right. Just no, just how you know who both Laura and I are and what we do, and this is
Cool.
the yeah.
Right. All right. Let's go.
All right.
Go live. Boom. We love you, Mercury retrograde, but you gotta go.
Again?
Ugh, still, you do not have permission to live stream. Well, it's my page, so yes, I do. All right. Let's close that out. Let's fix that. Live stream on Facebook. My husband. Okay. Very, very, very good. Let's do this for real this time. Right. I am breaking my own cardinal rule, and that is to not post so frequently and so close together on Facebook because of the way that the algorithm works. But we have so many amazing, amazing things going on that Dara Lee, I couldn't help but to bring you out. So, friends, if you have been struggling with motivation, if you have been really just tired of starting over, this is a conversation for you. Dara Lee Simmons is a wellness advocate. I have personally worked with her. And let me tell you, if the secret to sustainable weight loss and vibrant health, well, I'm not going to finish that sentence. I want to bring Dara Lee out. What's up, lady? Happy Saturday. Thanks for carving out some time to chat with me and our friends today.
Hey Kim, thank you so much for having me. It's been a minute since you and I have been on a live together, so this is super exciting, and I'm so glad to be here. And yeah, so let's talk about that yo-yo diet train, right? That so many of us have been on, right? We lose the weight, gain it back, lose the weight. I did that for years,
Yep.
and finally found kind of the magic, I guess, to really losing that weight and keeping it off. I've lost 50 pounds and I've kept it
Oh,
off, and it just feels really good.
that's
And
amazing.
yeah, yeah.
You
And
look, you're glowing. I already told you that. I mean, you're glowing. It's awesome.
thank you. Thank you. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I just have so much energy now. Like
It's
I'm
awesome.
not carrying around an extra 50 pounds, and that right there will give you more energy, right? But the key, Kim, what I discovered is that it's wrapped around three main things. One is mindset. And the
Mm,
mindset has to happen first. And we know this in business. I know a lot of people um, that are your followers are business minded people. We know in business, you've got to have the right mindset. Well, the same thing is true with our health.
yep.
And there's so many, there's so much out there that we have to battle against, so much fast food, candy. I mean, all the things that we're bombarded with all the time, right? That we've got to protect ourselves and get our mindset right first. And then it comes down to just eating real food, um,
Yeah.
and then moving, just moving in some way. Those are the three main components to honestly better health, longevity, um, keeping the weight off. That's what it boils down to.
Let's let's keep it super real. What's up, friends? Hey, Bob. Hey, Lucy. Hey, Shan. Thank you so
Right.
much for joining us. If you have questions for Dara Lee, please do pop them in the comment section. I do want to ask her, your burning questions, but we do absolutely have an invitation to a free masterclass that Dara Lee and her business partner Laura Ribbons are hosting this coming Monday. And so let's talk about the business piece first, because you were talking about mindset. And
Hmm.
I think that in business, there are some things that we can do that we see a quick win, a quick moment to celebrate, and that helps our belief system. And I'm not the expert, you are, but I know me and my personal challenges and people that I talk to, when it comes to health, it doesn't feel like an instant gratification. There's not a quick win, or so we think.
Mm,
So what do you say to that person who's like, I know I want to start, but I'm kind of all or none, you know?
yeah, yeah. Well, our philosophy is let's take it a little step at a time. Most of us, Kim, have been eating this way and not moving this way for 20, 30, 40 years or more, right? It's not going to change overnight. So we have to make little changes, little steps. It might be that you drink 3 glasses of water a day instead of one, right?
Mhm.
Start there. It might mean cutting out an extra soda a day. Maybe you're a big soda drinker. Instead of drinking 3 sodas, cut it down to two. It's really very individual, and it depends on what that little thing is that's holding you back. But once you start those little steps, then it's easier. Okay, now I feel great. I went all week with, only having 2 sodas all week or whatever it was, right?
Yeah,
And we celebrate the little wins, and that's how you just keep building. Because if you try to cut out everything from the get-go, I mean, there are a small number of people that just want to go all or nothing, but most of us need to make those gradual changes, and then it becomes more permanent and becomes a part of what we do.
for sure. For sure. I mean, I worked with you, and the big thing for us is like, how do we cut out those sweets and the late night snacking? And here I am. I don't even know how long it's been at this point, but I'm completely sugar free. Rich and I had a guest over about a week ago, and it was his birthday, so I bought him a tiny little cheesecake, so that we could celebrate.
Right.
And I was cutting the cheesecake, and I got a tiny little bit of it on my pinky finger, and I was like, "Oh, let me," and uh, uh, I couldn't do it. And we don't realize really what we consume until we've eradicated that, or lessened our
Yes.
intake. And for me, that was a huge lesson, because I was one of those all or none, thinkers. So,
Hmm.
hello, Jamie. Hey, Lisa, if you have any questions for Dara Lee, please ask. So it's called Rewire Your Mind, Transform Your Body. And we're talking about the missing link to lasting wellness. So you've got this free masterclass on Monday, this coming Monday, 8 o'clock Eastern. Who is this for?
This, Kim, is for anybody who feels like, you know what, I have done all the diets. Why is this any different? Like, I don't want to fail again because, how many? Like I said, I've done them all. Even the cabbage soup diet, I remember doing that one back
Never
in the
even heard
day.
of it.
Oh, but it's really anybody who even thinks that, they can't get started, get motivated. This is really about helping you to just make a couple of switches in your mind. And really, we're going to give you actual, I mean, you're going to have a handout, the whole 9 yards when you're out of the webinar, but give you solid steps to take to move yourself forward. And
Mhm.
one of the steps, as simple as this sounds, is having the right affirmation. We
Mm.
know how powerful affirmations are, right? But when you start your day with that affirmation that I'm going to fuel my body with good, healthy, nutritious foods, or I'm going to move my body 10 minutes, today, whatever that affirmation you come up with, reading that multiple times during the day. That's just one of the many tips that I'm going to offer at the masterclass webinar on Monday.
I love it. And you're doing this for free. So, I mean,
Yes.
you have nothing to lose. You're investing your time and we all know you kind of started talking about business at the beginning. And if we don't have our health, we cannot create wealth. I mean, you've been with me a long time. We've been friends for years and we've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm only one case. I'm only one human. There's plenty of us here who are like, how do I reduce inflammation? How do I stop these cravings? How do I find the motivation to get up and get moving? And so, what are some of the things that we can expect Monday night? What are you going to cover?
Okay, we're going to talk about why you have those cravings.
Mm.
Part of it has to do with the food industry and the craveability experts that are out there, right?
I'm
It-
still, you
it-
blew me out of my chair when you told me about that.
yeah, it's true. I mean, the big food industries, what do they want us to do? They want us to eat more of their food, right? So they raise their profits. And honestly, there are scientists, and it is their sole job to make that food as tasty, as craveable as they possibly can. And so that you keep eating more. This is a fun fact too. You know those chip bags that we get, right? When
Yeah.
you open that chip bag and you set it down, the bag stays open. That's not by default. That's by design so that you can easily reach in there.
Yeah.
You hadn't heard that one before, huh? Yeah.
No.
So it's all, marketing. That's what it is. Unfortunately, w- I think I heard this crazy statistic about 70% of all of the food goods that are in the grocery store are highly processed foods. And
No wonder we're all inflamed, you
we're
know?
all inflamed. It's full of chemicals, artificial colors, artificial flavors, the whole nine yards.
Mm.
Yeah, and it's not that hard to get off of that when you understand what your options are and how to use real food.
I'll tell you, for someone who's been on a health journey for over a year now and having to pay out of pocket for holistic practitioners and, you know, what I should have been fueling my body with all along. When we find out the facts and the truth from experts like yourself, we should get mad.
Mm,
We should really be mad about what we're consuming that keeps us in the sick system because the food system is a business, the healthcare system is a business, and who pays for that? We do.
you.
So
Yeah.
you guys, you should be mad, and that should be a reason for you. I just dropped the link. Dara Lee and Laura will be live Monday night, 8 o'clock Eastern. Like I said, it's free to attend. You're just investing your time to gain this knowledge. And so if you have any questions for Dara Lee, pop them in the comments for us. But I want to know, and this might sound like a silly question because you shared a little bit of your personal journey and your weight loss journey. Why is this something that you're so passionate about?
Because I know so many people struggle with it, and just like I struggled with it, Kim, you know my story, but I'll just share. Like, I had retired and I was carrying around an extra 50 pounds. Actually, I have a few more pounds to lose, so more than an extra 50 I was carrying around. But I was playing with my grandchildren. I was running around the backyard of their house with them, and I kid you not, 5 minutes in, I had to sit down and say, "Sorry, kiddos, but Grammy has to sit down." And it was honestly at that point I said, I can't go on like this. Like, this is just not acceptable. I want to be able to continue to move and do all the things I want to do as I age. And if I didn't do something then, I so many times see people, I mean, we always see people that just struggle to get from their car to the grocery store. And it just breaks my heart, to see that. And it doesn't have to be that way. And when if I can help just a couple of people, you know,
I
get,
love
uh, understand the impact that this
that.
does have on our health and on our lives. Like
Yeah.
to be able to bend down and tie my shoes. Like I want to be able to do that, right? Yeah.
It's everything. I was talking to Laura, your business partner, yesterday, and I was sharing with her that when I used to work in the corporate sector and it came time for our annual benefits to roll around and we would renew those benefits, the company realized that when you have sick employees, you're more likely to call out to work, you're more likely to get sick, which increase the cost of healthcare, right? So the
Mhm.
company, the insurance company is paying more, so it increases premiums and the company's paying for portion of that. So what they finally did was they said, if you have a BMI over a certain amount, you're going to pay a higher premium because
Wow.
the company isn't going to pay for you to be sick and overweight and, continuous.
Hmm.
So what we're going to do is really focus on your wellness. And when you get that BMI under a certain point, your premium drops and then the company, and I'm like, health is everything.
Hmm.
It is absolutely everything. And we take that for granted. I think we all know that.
Yeah.
And it gets to a point where whether you find out that you're spending more at the drugstore than you are on a vacation or doing something
Right.
that you could be
Mm.
doing, or, your joints ache when you wake up. And, what Dara and Laura are providing us is at least at the minimum, the education and the knowledge. And then we get to make the best decision for us. So I know sometimes we're not able to be there live. In this case, if someone is not able to be there Monday at 8 o'clock, what happens?
Go ahead and register and we will send you out the recording the next day. Yeah, it's as easy as that. You'll get it Tuesday. You'll get it on Tuesday.
That's
So
not an excuse to not be in the
that's
room
right.
because we
Go
know there's
ahead.
nothing like being live in the room, right?
Right.
So,
And wait, we have a bonus. I want to just throw this out there,
oh,
okay? Anybody that brings two friends, and all you have to do is let me know, these are the two friends that I invited. I'm going to offer you a free 1 week individualized meal plan, complete with recipes and shopping lists. And that is all based on your preferences. It's not some, you know, thing off the shelf. It's like whatever it is that you like or don't like, this will be customized just for you, but it will be plant forward, which means what plant forward means is that 75% of the meal is plant, and then you have your protein, which can be either animal protein or plant protein. So there's still animal food in there, but we really should be eating mostly plants. So it'll be a plant forward, protein rich, fiber rich meals for you.
okay. I need that. So,
Bring
friends,
two
I need
friends.
you to register right now. And I need you to comment and let me know that you registered. And I will be looking for you Monday night because I will be there. And I want this. This is an
All right.
amazing, amazing bonus. Thank you for doing that.
All right. Cool.
Any last final words, anyone that you want us to know or what we should do before Monday night?
No, just get on there and bring two friends because yeah, that's the key. Jump on, bring two friends, and you'll get the recording. And we've even, yeah, you're going to have the steps, all the steps you need to start making these changes starting Monday night.
We will see you Monday, 8 o'clock Eastern. Dara, thank you for your time on a Saturday. Friends, like I said at the beginning of this live, there's nothing more important than our health. And sometimes we don't realize that until we're looking at the ugly and we need to fix it. So this is a gift that Dara Lee is offering, and of course, Laura. So register, let me know that you registered. I'm going to be stalking you because I
Mhm.
really want that plan. Dara, we'll see you Monday.
All right. Thanks a lot,
So
Kim.
much.
Bye-bye
Bye for
now.
now.